Everything, every empire, every fortune, every invention, every towering success began as a single thought of desire, not a weak hope, not a passing wish, but a burning, consuming, unshakable desire. Desire is the seed from which wealth grows. Without it, nothing takes root. With it, nothing can be stopped. Look around you. The skyscrapers piercing the sky, the machines that move nations, the empires that dominate industries, all were once invisible. They began not in steel, not in stone, but in the secret place of the mind. A man or woman dared to say, "I will have this, I will build this, I will make this mine." That declaration was desire. Ordinary wanting is not enough. Everyone wants wealth. Everyone wants freedom. Everyone wants success. But only a few ever attain it. Why? Because most people's desire is nothing more than idle wishing. They wish for riches, but they prepare for poverty. They wish for success, but they plan for failure. They whisper their dreams as if they are afraid the world will laugh at them. And so the world does. True desire is not a whisper. It is a roar. It is a fire that refuses to be put out. It is a vision that will not leave you day or night. When you truly desire something, you feel it in your bones, in your blood, in your very breath. You wake thinking of it. You fall asleep planning for it. Every action you take bends toward it like iron toward a magnet. And here is the great secret. Wealth does not come to those who only wish for it. It comes to those whose desire for it is so definite, so intense, so precise, that it becomes a command to the universe. So how do you turn desire into this burning force? You must make it definite. Vague dreams create vague results. To say, "If I want more money," is like a sailor saying, "I want to go somewhere." Where? How much? By when? Until you define it, it remains nothing more than smoke. Write your desire down. Fix it on paper. State exactly what you want, how much of it you want, and when you will have it. If your goal is wealth, write the figure. Be specific. 10,000, 100,000, a million, whatever it is, put it in ink and look at it every day. But desire alone is not enough. You must give something in return. Nothing comes for free. You must declare what you will give in exchange for what you want. Will it be years of labor? Will it be mastering a skill? Will it be building a service that others desperately need? Desire makes demands. And if you are not willing to pay the price, your desire is not real. It is only daydreaming. Once you have written your desire, see it, feel it, believe it. Close your eyes and imagine it as if it were already in your hands. Picture the lifestyle. Feel the freedom. Taste the victory. Let that image burn so brightly in your imagination that it overshadows every doubt, every delay, every difficulty. Because here is the truth: circumstances will test you. People will doubt you. Failures will confront you. But if your desire is strong enough, nothing can break you. The man with weak desire is stopped by every obstacle. The man with burning desire uses obstacles as stepping stones. So I ask you, what do you desire? Truly, deeply, fiercely. Not what you wish for, but what you are willing to sacrifice for, what you are willing to fight for, what you are willing to rise early for and stay awake late for, what you are willing to keep alive even when no one else believes in it. That, my friends, is the starting point of all achievement. Desire. Without it, you are adrift, waiting for life to happen. With it, you are the master of your destiny. Decide today what you truly desire, write it, see it, feel it, and let it burn within you until the world itself cannot help but deliver it into your hands. If desire is the spark that ignites wealth, then faith is the oxygen that keeps that fire alive. Without faith, desire withers into wishful thinking. With faith, even the smallest spark becomes an inferno that consumes every obstacle. Faith is not mere hope. Hope says, "I wish things will work out." Faith says, "They are already working out." Hope waits timidly for permission. Faith commands boldly that the outcome is certain. Wealth, success, achievement, they bow only to the man or woman who carries unshakable faith in their heart. Understand this: the mind does not distinguish between truth and belief. Whatever you feed it, it accepts. If you continually say, "I cannot," your mind believes it and builds a life around that limitation. If you continually affirm, A "I will," "I can," "I must," your mind accepts that as reality and sets every faculty, every nerve, every resource to make it true. This is the great secret. Faith is created, it is not given. You do not sit and wait for it to appear. You build it by choice. And the most powerful tool for building faith is repetition. Repeated affirmations spoken with conviction until your subconscious accepts them as fact. Stand before the mirror each morning. Look into your own eyes and declare the destiny you have chosen. Speak your desire as though it already exists. Say, "I am wealthy. I am successful. I am unstoppable. My goal is already mine." At first, your mind will resist. It will whisper, "That is not true." But repetition crushes resistance. Speak it daily, speak it hourly, until the whisper of doubt is drowned beneath the roar of faith. Every great achievement was first carried in the womb of faith. The inventor who faced ridicule, the dreamer who faced poverty, the builder who faced impossibility. They were sustained not by evidence, but by belief. When the world said, "It cannot be done," their faith answered, "It is already done." And so they pressed on until the world bent to their vision. Now let us be clear, faith is not blind. Faith does not ignore reality. It transforms it. Faith does not deny obstacles. It conquers them. To believe is not to close your eyes to hardship, but to keep your eyes fixed on the goal through hardship. Faith makes you see what is not yet visible and act as though it were already real. But here lies the challenge. Your faith will be tested. Circumstances will mock you. Friends will doubt you. Failures will shake you. And in those moments, your mind will be tempted to surrender. But remember, this faith is strongest in the fire. Every difficulty is a test designed to harden your conviction. When storms come, do not curse them. Stand firm. Declare again what is yours. Let adversity become the gymnasium where your faith grows muscles of steel. You may say, "But I have no faith." Then begin small. Take a goal you can achieve. Speak it, believe it, achieve it, and let that victory strengthen your confidence for the next. Faith grows step by step, like a muscle exercised daily. Soon you will believe in things once thought impossible. And do not underestimate the power of environment. Surround yourself with believers, not doubters. The words of others seep into your subconscious. Stay near those who speak possibility, who speak victory, who feed your faith. Avoid those who poison it with fear and cynicism. So I say to you, build your faith, guard it, exercise it, speak it until it becomes unshakable. Because without faith, desire dies, but with faith, desire transforms into riches, into power, into reality. This is the master key. It opens every locked door. It bridges every gap. It turns invisible dreams into visible fortunes. If you believe it, you can achieve it. And if you refuse to doubt, the universe itself will conspire to deliver it. Knowledge is power, but let me tell you the truth. Not all knowledge creates wealth. General knowledge fills libraries, but specialized knowledge fills bank accounts. A man may know the history of kings, the shape of the stars, or the theories of philosophers, and yet live in poverty. But the man who masters one field, one skill, one area of service, and directs it toward a definite purpose, that man builds an empire. Look closely at every fortune, every business that thrives, every innovator who shapes the future. Their riches were not born of scattered facts, but of focused mastery. The physician who saves lives, the engineer who builds bridges, the entrepreneur who creates value, they are rewarded not for knowing everything, but for knowing something deeply and applying it with precision. So here is the first lesson: wealth is attracted to usefulness. The world does not pay for what you know. It pays for what you can do with what you know. Specialized knowledge is that sharp edge that cuts through competition, that rare flame that draws opportunity. If you would grow rich, ask yourself, what do I know? What can I do? What skill, talent, or knowledge can I refine so completely that it becomes valuable to others? But do not fall into the trap of thinking you must know everything yourself. The richest man in the world does not personally know how to build every machine, sell every product, or manage every account. What he knows is how to gather men and women who do. You do not need to possess all knowledge. You only need to organize it. This is why alliances are powerful. Surround yourself with experts. Hire them, learn from them, partner with them. If you lack the knowledge, borrow it, rent it, attract it. Specialized knowledge is not limited to what resides in your own brain. It can be harnessed through the brains of others, united under one definite purpose. And let me say this, never complain. I cannot afford to learn. Ignorance costs far more than education. A book may cost you a few coins, but ignorance may cost you a fortune. A course may require sacrifice, but ignorance requires your future. The price of learning is small compared to the cost of not knowing. But here lies the true secret. Specialized knowledge becomes power only when it is organized into a plan and directed toward a purpose. You may learn endlessly, collect degrees, accumulate facts, and yet remain poor unless you turn that knowledge into action. Knowledge without application is like a lamp unlit. It has the potential to shine, but it remains dark. Ask yourself, am I hoarding knowledge, or am I using it? The wealthy man studies with intent. He reads not to fill his mind, but to sharpen his plan. He learns not to impress, but to progress. Each new skill, each new fact, each new lesson becomes another brick in the fortress of his success. And remember, this specialized knowledge is never finished. The world changes. Industries shift. New tools emerge. The man who stops learning is the man who begins dying. Keep sharpening. Keep refining. Keep expanding your mastery, for every new piece of knowledge multiplies the power of what you already know. So, if you would grow rich, do not aim to know everything. Aim to know something so well that the world cannot ignore you. Aim to gather knowledge from others and fuse it into your plan. Aim to apply knowledge with relentless focus, for it is not the man with the heaviest library who succeeds. It is the man who transforms knowledge into wealth, into service, into power. That, my friends, is the fuel of riches. Specialized knowledge, directed and applied toward a burning desire. A dream without a plan is like a ship without a compass, drifting, tossed by every wave at the mercy of chance. Desire gives you the spark. Faith gives you the power. Specialized knowledge gives you the fuel. But without organized planning, these are nothing more than scattered forces. It is planning that molds your vision into reality. The world is filled with dreamers. Men and women who speak of riches, who talk of freedom, who imagine greatness. Yet most remain where they began. Why? Because they never take their dreams out of the clouds and nail them to the ground. Riches do not come by accident. They are designed step by step through organized action. Planning is not complicated. It is deliberate thought converted into deliberate action. You begin with your desire, clear, definite, precise. And then ask, what steps must I take to reach it? Who must I involve? What resources do I need? What obstacles might I face? And how will I overcome them? The answers become your blueprint, and the blueprint becomes your plan. And here is the key to plan need not be perfect at the start. In fact, it never will be. Too many men wait for the perfect moment, the flawless strategy, the guaranteed outcome. They wait and they wait until their desire withers into dust. The successful man moves with the best plan he can form, and when it fails, he revises it. When it cracks, he repairs it. When it collapses, he builds a stronger one. Failure is never final. It is feedback. Every plan that fails is simply showing you how to build the next one better. Do not let pride hold you back. If your plan does not work, admit it quickly and rebuild. There is no shame in changing a broken plan, only in clinging to it while your dream dies. Flexibility is not weakness. It is wisdom. But you cannot plan in isolation. Wealth is never created by one man alone. Even the greatest leaders had teams, advisors, partners, and allies. You must form what I call your master group, a circle of minds greater than your own, united under a single purpose. In this group, you find knowledge you lack, skills you do not possess, perspectives you cannot see. The combined intelligence of a team, organized under one definite plan, is unstoppable. Remember this. Disorganized action wastes energy. Organized action multiplies it. One man with scattered efforts is like a soldier firing wildly into the night. A man with a plan is like a general directing an army with precision. Every shot counts. Every step advances the cause. Your plan must also be written. Do not trust it to memory. The act of writing crystallizes thought and gives it form. A written plan becomes a contract with yourself, a roadmap you can review, measure, and refine. Each morning, look at your plan. Each night, ask yourself, what step did I take today? What step will I take tomorrow? And do not think small. Your plan must stretch you. If it does not scare you, it is not big enough. But do not think so large that it paralyzes you either. Break it into steps. A mountain is climbed one step at a time, but each step is taken with eyes fixed on the summit. So I ask you, where is your plan? Do you carry it in your mind, vague and shifting, or is it written, organized, tested, and acted upon? Remember, riches are never the result of chance. They are the result of clear desires, converted into clear plans, executed with persistence until success is inevitable. Therefore, take your dream, put it on paper, break it into steps, gather your allies and move, revise, rebuild, improve, but never abandon. For the man who organizes his desire into a plan and his plan into action holds in his hands the blueprint of riches. If desire is the seed, faith the soil, knowledge the fuel, and planning the blueprint, then persistence is the hammer that drives the nail deep. Without persistence, the finest desires fade, the greatest plans crumble, and the richest opportunities slip away. Persistence is the bridge between intention and accomplishment. Most men are not defeated by life. They are defeated by surrender. They give up not because the goal was unreachable, but because their will was too weak to withstand delay, rejection, and failure. They stop one step before victory, one day before breakthrough, one strike before the wall cracks. History is filled with men who failed only because they quit too soon. Let me tell you a truth, every worthy dream will test you. The moment you set a great desire, resistance appears. Doors will close. Doubt will whisper. Failures will sting. People will laugh. It is as if life itself rises up and asks, do you truly mean it? Do you truly deserve it? Are you willing to pay the price? And only persistence can answer, yes. Test me, and I will endure. Persistence is not stubbornness. Stubbornness clings to a failing method. Persistence adapts, improves, and continues. The persistent man does not batter at the same locked door forever. He finds another door or builds one himself. He is flexible in his plan, but unyielding in his pursuit. Think of the miner who digs for gold. For days, for weeks, for months, he swings his pick into the earth. Sweat, labor, pain, but no gold appears. Many walk away saying, it is useless. Yet often, the gold lies only inches beyond the point where they stopped. The man who persists, who strikes one blow more, discovers the treasure. This is the story of riches. It belongs to those who strike one more blow when others have given up. But how do you develop persistence? First, by having a clear, burning desire. No man can persist in chasing something he does not truly want. Weak desires create weak persistence. A man with a vague wish will stop at the first difficulty. But the man possessed by a definite goal, burning like fire in his heart, cannot stop. Desire fuels persistence. Second, by creating definite plans. Aimless effort cannot last long. A written plan gives you a path to follow when enthusiasm fades. It allows you to keep moving forward, step by step, even when motivation falters. Third, by building faith. Persistence requires belief. The man who doubts himself quits when hardship comes. The man of faith endures, knowing that each step, though painful, draws him closer. And fourth, by surrounding yourself with allies. There will be moments when your strength falters, when your courage wanes. In those moments, the encouragement of others, the example of their persistence, will carry you until your own strength returns. Remember this, persistence transforms defeat into victory. Every failure is only temporary when met with persistence. Setbacks become lessons. Rejections become redirections. Obstacles become stepping stones. The man who persists cannot be defeated because each defeat simply pushes him to rise stronger. So I ask you, how many times are you willing to try? Once, twice, 10 times. The persistent man does not count. He says only, I will continue until I succeed. I will not stop until I have what I desire. I will not quit until the victory is mine. Let others quit. Let others surrender. Let others walk away. You persist. For in persistence lies the final secret of wealth. Riches yield themselves only to the man who refuses to yield. And when you have persisted, when you have endured the nights of doubt, the days of rejection, the years of labor, then one day you will stand in triumph. The world will call you lucky, but you will know the truth. It was persistence, steady and unbreakable, that carried you to riches. My friends, we have traveled through the 5 great keys to riches: desire, faith, specialized knowledge, organized planning, and persistence. Each one alone has power, but together they form the unbreakable chain that binds thought to reality, dream to destiny, imagination to wealth. Desire is where it begins, the burning vision that refuses to die. Faith is the fuel, the belief that what you seek already belongs to you. Specialized knowledge sharpens the blade, giving you the tools to cut through obstacles. Organized planning turns those tools into action, carving a clear path forward. And persistence, unyielding, relentless persistence, is the force that carries you through every storm until victory is yours. Now I ask you, how long will you wait? How many more days will you let slip by whispering someday? Someday is not a day on the calendar. Someday is a thief of time. Your riches, your freedom, your destiny await only one decision to begin now. Do not leave your dreams in the clouds. Bring them to earth. Plan them. Believe them. And above all, fight for them. For the truth is, this life does not give you what you wish for. It gives you what you demand, what you pursue, what you refuse to let go of. So rise up, claim your desire, build your faith, sharpen your knowledge, organize your plan, and persist until the world has no choice but to deliver to you the riches you have already seen in your mind. Because wealth is not outside of you, it is within you. And the moment you decide, with burning desire and unshakable persistence, the world itself will bend to your will. The question is no longer can you, the question is will you, and the answer, my friends, must be yes. I will, starting now.